I actually want to start with the tight ends instead of the wide receivers.
I'm actually okay with this because I feel like we've been overlooking somebody.
Yes, 100%. But the first thing we got to talk about, obviously the star of the room is Ethan Davis.
Is it?
It is.
That's what I'm saying, though. But all
right, so Ethan Davis, we've mentioned it all off season. The dude has got the talent and he's got the ability to be all SEC, all American type, caliber tight end coming into this season. That's what he can bring if he can stay healthy.
That's right.
And that has been an issue so far in fall camp. He has missed a couple of practices due to an injury. Now, is this all right, he tweaked something and, we're just holding him out as a precaution type deal? Or is this something we need to be concerned about? Is this something that could turn into a long-term type thing? What do you think, Skylar?
I think I am slightly concerned. I'm going to go against the norm from what I've been hearing. But that's not really smart because this is just a feel thing. But we hear all summer that the guys are going to be the healthiest they've ever been, or they should be the healthiest they've ever been in their career for the opening day of fall camp. And the fact that it feels like we're not the healthiest that we're going to be when we should be doesn't make me feel good about how we're going to feel after a couple of weeks of hard work or game 1, game 2. Or this season, I believe we added the conference game, but I want to say we even lost a bye week. So now you're talking about playing 6, 7, 8 games in a row perhaps in the season the way it folds out. Are you going to be able to withstand that? I don't know, man. But the fact that we're already dealing with a nagging situation that's not too serious, yeah, sure. But it just kind of it does kind of raise my flag a little bit, man. But I'm happy to see that we do have some depth at that position, and hopefully, the next man's up if we do need them. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not a good look, especially at this point in the season or in the off season. You never want to see a guy go down with any kind of injury, and the fact that he has missed multiple practices after the initial, he'll be back very soon. It's not a long term thing, but it's been 4 practices now, I believe, 3 at least.
Yeah, I mean we're essentially a weekend. I mean we are a weekend to the day. We're a weekend of fall camp, and I've not heard a report saying that he's practiced.
Yeah, so it's definitely something to be concerned about.
I mean, you only get 4 weeks of fall camp.
Am I still excited about Ethan Davis, what he can be this year? Absolutely. Am I still, giving him the same expectations that I have been? Absolutely. But my confidence is wavering a little bit on it because of this right here. So let's now move to who's going to be that guy if he is not healthy in week 1. And it's a guy that's been gaining a lot of traction.
Having a great fall camp. You talking about guys stepping in the role.
Yes, Deshaun Brain. And I've been excited about this dude ever since he got on campus, but man, coaches, players, everybody is saying this dude right here is ready to step foot into this role, and he's going to give Ethan Davis a run for his money. And especially if Davis is not fully healthy whenever, week 1 rolls around, you're going to be seeing a lot of Deshaun Brain.
I agree. I think we run a lot of 12 personnel.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to see both of those guys on the field at one point or at one time anyways. But, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of great things from Deshaun Brain. I didn't realize how young he was, by the way.
Yeah, true sophomore.
He is developing into that role as well, and I can't wait for him to surge. I think this is a year. We talk about breakout. This is why I said I think we overlooked him. This guy could be poised to have that breakout year. And what better position is he in? Because you already know he's going to play a little bit. Like, that's something that I overlooked. I mean, he's going to play a little bit, and from the highlights I'm seeing right now in the fall camp, he is absolutely stepping into that role. And my little co-host here agrees with me. So, man, I think Deshaun Brain's got some big things cooking if he can stay healthy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Deshaun Brain, I'm super excited to watch this guy. He did get a little bit of time last year, kind of splitting back up roles with actually, he got to play quite a bit last year with Jack Van Doorslayer because Ethan Davis was injured.
Yep.
But, really excited to see this guy. He is a 6'5", 240-pound guy out of Kansas. Really about the same size as Ethan Davis. I think Ethan Davis has got about 7 pounds on him.
I think what excites me about this guy is I feel like he is just a slightly bigger Kyle Pitts type athlete. Hate to use that player on that team. I understand he played for Florida, but Kyle Pitts was just a bona fide fourth wide receiver that played tight end. And I feel like Deshaun Brame, and he's also blocking really well. That's what I'm hearing. But he's like a wide receiver that just kind of moved into the tight end room. And so he's got the speed, he's got the athleticism, and oh, by the way, he can block when we need him to. Dude, I mean, he's going to be a freshman quarterback's best friend. And that's exactly what you got to have. As far as the running game, yes, you've got wide receivers, but that tight end, that check down tight end option is going to be a freshman quarterback's best friend.
Oh, yeah. And that's why a guy like Deshaun Brame, a guy like Ethan Davis is so important to Faison or George, whoever wins that job. But
here's the biggest question. Here's the biggest question. Who's going to be the third guy? Because they're going to get some playing time. and we have another returnee, Cole Harrison. He's returning. He was on the team last year, played a little bit. But that's not who I'm hearing the most smoke around right now. Who is that third guy that's going to step up, though?
So, I mean, you've got 2 transfer guys this season. You've got Drake Martinez coming in from UT Martin that could be in that position. You've also got transfer from South Alabama and Trent Thomas. And I feel like he's probably got a little bit more on the experience side as far as taking over that spot. You've also got Luka Wolf. I don't expect to see much out of him from the NFL UK Academy. But are you hearing something different?
Dude, he's balling. I'm hearing that he's balling, showing out. Physical is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Luka Wolf. Dude, he's 6'5". He's a true freshman, I think.
6'5", 256 is what he's listed at.
That's insane. And he can move. Bro, come on. I don't know if he'll be the third guy, to your point, but he is making the most of his opportunities right now in that room.
Yeah. I just feel like a lot of these guys, like Shem Umarov, for instance, great size, great athletic ability, but coming from the NFL Academy, they're still raw. They still have a lot to learn about the game. And that's kind of where I'm at with Luka Wolf. If he's having himself a great fall camp, then I retract everything I said. Let's roll with it, man. But I just feel like, especially being a true freshman, he's going to take his growing pains coming in, and it's going to take him a little bit. But I'm excited for his future. I don't know what we're going to see as far as the third tight end, but I mean, regardless.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be probably between Drake Martinez or Trent Thomas, right? I mean,
that's
the
what I
two
would
transfers.
Think.
You got one. I feel like Trent Thomas, in my opinion, is probably more of like a run blocker.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily the receiver type tight end. But then Drake Martinez, I think, adds a little bit more of that receiver vibe to him. But I think as far as an all-around tight end, you really are kind of the 1-2 punch with Ethan Davis and Deshaun Brame, and then you're almost having to play to their specialties after that, in my opinion. And hopefully we don't have to get down into that too much. To be honest with you, a little bit old school. I hate that I'm using the term old school because it's not that old school, but it is for me. But we see a lot of 12 personnel in this offense. I want to see a lot of 21 personnel.
Yes.
I want the whole, Hurd, Alvin Kamara in the backfield. I want to see Deshaun Bishop and whoever else. I think that would be so clutch to have. But I don't know if we've got the bigger running backs to be able to do that. I don't know, but I do want to see that, and especially if the tight end room plays out the way it will or may, because I definitely don't want it to happen, but we just, like you said, we've had that injury bug with that room. I don't know. I kind of want to see him bring it out. But either way, tight ends, man, we got plenty of them. I'm hearing some great things about it, but Deshaun Brame, man, I'm expecting big things. But I wanted this segment to be all about him. I feel like we've overlooked him all offseason because we've been hyping up Ethan Davis, but this is my get back for Deshaun Brame. But you better not let me down. All right, here we go.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm expecting big things out of this room, regardless of who that person is going to be. Whether it be Ethan Davis, whether it be Deshaun Brame, whether it be insert name here, whoever wins that third spot.
That's right.
I'm expecting big things, not just out of the run blocking game, but out of the passing game as well. Because you mentioned it. a tight end is a good receiving tight end is a young quarterback's best friend. That's their check down. That's their safety valve. A lot of times you talk about running backs out of the backfield. That's a good check down option. The tight end is really the guy that the quarterback looks for, because they're going to be the most reliable guys a lot of times.
Yeah, and I was watching film the other night, because that's what I do when I get bored now, is just rewatch games. And think about like the screen game that it opens up. Who are we playing? Gosh darn. I think it was Arkansas we were playing, where we kept doing the little like 5-yard screen. Sometimes we ran it to the wide receiver, but sometimes we ran it to Miles Kitselman a couple times, where he almost like faked a block. The wide receivers would actually crash in instead of the offensive line. It was both, really. But then Miles Kitselman would catch the ball maybe 3 yards downfield, and then he'd have that wall of players right in front of him. The screen game that it opens up when you have a blocking tight end that can also be that receiver, man, I think that opportunity in this offense is very wide open.